Hello. And also testing audio. Testing audio 1 2 3. Testing audio 1 2 3. The whole point of this blanket was to cover up my messy vanity. Is that better? Okay. Anniestories with AnnieXXL. So glad you're here because we've got so much to tell. I'm not having a good week, and I just wanted to talk about it. If this is my first video, I just want to let you know I'm doing this to talk to myself. As a byproduct, if it ends up entertaining you, I'm glad. If I appear to be giving any advice, please know that this is for past and future me. And if it applies to you, I hope it helps. I don't know if I'm really equipped to give advice to anybody except for myself. So I hope to just learn from my mistakes. I have a couple stories, but I'm just gonna start off with the one that I want to get off my chest and hopefully just like pack it up and get rid of it. I went for a massage and I had like one of the worst massages of my life. I think I've had 3 bad ones now. And of course, 2 out of 3 bad ones were given by men. I'm gonna try not to be too hard on myself, even though there were red flags. I sort of try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, right? I try not to be too distrustful of people. So I roll up to my usual place where I try to go like every 3 weeks or so. It is not a fancy place. It is not a salon. It is like a bare bones Asian massage parlor, studio, whatever you want to call it. There's like 3 rooms and 2 chairs if you want reflexology or foot massage done. When I made my appointment, you have to call. The manager said, "It's going to be a man. Is that okay?" He's very professional. The previous massage I had just had a couple weeks ago was by a man, and I was hoping it was the same man. It was not. But I didn't know. So I roll up, and there's somebody at the reception desk I'd never seen before, and he was picking his teeth. I hope he was picking his teeth. I couldn't quite see from the profile. And it didn't even occur to me that this was going to be my guy. I just thought he was like the receptionist. So I go in and I'm like, I'm here for my 90, and he escorts me to the room. I undress and everything, and he's like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "No." And I was like, oh fuck, it's him. Whatever. It's this guy. Actually, I take that back. I don't think I said, oh fuck, but I was just like, maybe I was because of the cleaning of the fucking face thing. And I did not hear him go fucking wash his hands. He didn't take a break before coming in to see me, so whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. At this particular studio, not a lot of people speak English as their first language. You go in and there's almost like no talking. They just do what they do for either, you know, the half hour, or 90 minutes. They have like a set routine and they just do it. And the only question that I'm usually asked is, how's the pressure? You know, or how's it feel? Is that okay? It's too much, let me know. And turn over. That's like the only thing. Like face down, start face down. How's the pressure? Turn over. And you're done. Those are like the only things these people ever say to me. It's awesome. But this guy could speak English. He starts his assessment. The first thing that I notice is that he does not do proper draping techniques. So I'm covered, but when he goes to do a certain area, he just reaches under without doing the uncovering, tuck, and then you work on an area. That's how you... I'm no masseuse, monsieur, but I know how it goes. And to me, that's proper etiquette. You are letting a client know what area you're going to work on by uncovering the area and then doing the draping properly. He does not do that. So red flag number 1. The second red flag was the biggest, but it was kind of halfway through. And at this point, I'm already invested. I'm there because I want something. And if this thing involves being uncomfortable, I had to sort of make a split-second decision, like, am I going to deal with this? And I did. And the second red flag was second and third is when I have to turn, again, not good, improper draping technique because it's lifted, but he's looking. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then he tells me I'm beautiful. Blah! No, super unprofessional. Manager, you were wrong. This guy's not professional. Do not tell a fucking client you think they're attractive in the middle of a fucking session, you gross man. Soon after into this, he's getting kind of like into it. It sounds so fucking gross, and it felt gross, but he was like kind of a bigger dude, maybe like 270. And then he keeps commenting about how like it's hot in there because I'm hot, because I'm making him hot. And he is physically sweating. He's starting to sweat, and he's actually starting to smell. He is doing work. He is, you know, doing work on my massage or whatever. God, is that it? I hope I can tell you that that's it. Oh, he asks me about my family and trying to ask if I have a partner and stuff. So like all these like gross weird things are happening, and the discussion is not going where I want it to. Like I don't want one at all. So just super creepy. In fact, I passed by the other day, like, God, am I ever gonna be able to go back to this place? I'm gonna have to call him and be like, I don't wanna go when this person's there in the building. Like, not only I don't want a massage from him, I don't want him there at all because I don't wanna run into him. Ugh. So yeah. Part of the yuckiness and the creepiness, I feel like, is also just I have this like sense of shame for having stayed. Like I should have left. I should have been like, stop at you're beautiful. But I didn't. And I think this is a lesson for me to remind myself to have some like self-compassion and also like empathy for other people for whatever situations they might be. Like this is like a tiny thing. Like me having a bad massage is a small instance of being uncomfortable, but it's also not. I'm in my mid-40s and I feel this gross because I know what it feels like because I've been treated like this before as, you know, somebody who appears as a woman and is sort of feminine. But then again, all that stuff doesn't even matter. Oh, by the way, I wanted to just show you what I was wearing. I was wearing this like drab army green oversized shirt and jeans. And not that it matters because I'm laying on the table fucking naked, half naked. And it doesn't matter what you look like anyway. If somebody mistreats you based on how you look, I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. And it doesn't matter if you're femme or not. People are gonna find ways to belittle you or objectify you, and it's not your fault. I just want to remind you, it's not your fault. And for people who are in more serious situations where they are in uncomfortable, dangerous situations where they can't get out of, I want to remind myself to have empathy for those people. We all like to think like, oh, we know what we do. We would say, fuck you, and punch the guy in the face, kick him in the balls, and leave, and make a big scene, or do something. But you can't always, and you don't always, and it's okay. So past me, I'm sorry this happened to you. You know, I'd like to think that I can protect myself well, but sometimes the protection happens after the fact. I saw actually later that day a meme, a piece of art that said, whatever happened to you today, you're home now. And I am safe in my home, and I'm very, very grateful and thankful for that. But yeah, just a reminder to myself, future self, and past self, because if past self ever gets a time machine and gets to watch this, just to have self-compassion and go easy on yourself, because sometimes you might be ashamed of the decisions that you've made, but it's also not your fault. Also, I wanted to make a joke about this because as I'm sitting on the fucking table, it's hard to get a massage from somebody. Okay, here's another thing. Like I said, he's a little bit of a bigger guy. Kind of wondering, like, how is this gonna go? Because I'm used to going to this place and I will have a person who's my size. Usually my size are smaller, and it's usually a woman or a person who appears to be a woman, gets up on the table with you, and it's like digging their elbows into you and like pressing into you, and sometimes they get on you and they got their knees into you. I love it, but there's no way this like 270-pound man was doing that. So he never did, but he's like hovering over you on the table, and he has these big hands. And I don't know if you've ever had this, audience. I have had this in the past one time where somebody had their hands on me and I thought, oh shit, this person could fucking snap my neck. This person could kill me. Big, meaty ass, sweaty hands could kill me. And it's a little bit terrifying. Not that that's a red flag necessarily, because like, you know, the massage itself got done just creepily and borderline molesty-ish in some ways. Just the creepiness made it that way. It made it yucky. Questionable practices made it yucky. So another thing too, I'm laying on the table like, oh, please, please, dear God, don't let a penis touch me. Don't let a penis touch me. So like I was laying down like this at first, and I was like, oh God, I don't want a penis to touch me in the front. So I like put my hands to the side like this, like get away, hands and arms, don't touch a potential penis. I don't want it. And then I was thinking, this motherfucker, like totally unprofessional, just telling a client, you're beautiful. Do people like this? Do men like this just like walk around with a half fucking boner all the time? Half to full raging boner? Like, because if you think I'm beautiful, if you're gonna objectify me, you're gonna objectify anyone. Oh, that person has long hair. Oh, fucking boner. Like, oh, this person has like a curve to their body. Oh, boner. Penis must be like one of those inflatable dancing guys. It must be exhausting and disgusting and yeah, gross. Gross, guy. Gross. What you did was wrong. Hold on. So yeah, let's wrap that story up for the day and just say goodbye to it, throw it away. Hopefully we've learned a lesson. Hopefully I've entertained you for a second. We'll see how this goes. I'd like to tell more stories. I mean, that's the whole point of what I feel like I'm gonna be doing and sharing and just keeping like a vlog or vlog or whatever these things are up. I hope you had a better week than I did, and I'll talk to you guys later and I'll share more stories with you later. Bye. Oh, I'm gonna edit this in. I think I was feeling so grossed and annoyed and irritated by this whole experience that I went home and I cut bangs.